Okay, back for another one. I am recording this one in the living room with my son sleeping over tonight. He's taking my bedroom and don't want to disturb him. And I'm going to make this shorter than usual as I have my lady over tonight and she is using the treadmill while working on her own podcast series. Doing multiple things here. So we're just going to hop right into it. Last night I was thinking, after finishing the update or the vlog entry, whatever you want to call it, as much fun as I'm having, and I am having a lot of fun providing these updates and holding myself accountable, I was thinking how best I can maximize my time with these journal entries and the process of actually documenting everything I'm doing, what's going through my head on a daily basis in relation to this pursuit of hitting that 5% body fat, but more so achieving the iconic aesthetic physique that I have in mind for myself. So as I was falling asleep last night, I came up with the perfect idea to essentially turn this into a book or a manifesto of sorts. So moving forward with that concept in mind, every video after this one will be transcribed as chapters into the book that I will be publishing in the future with the tentative title, The Way of the Shred. And without further ado, I would like, from the moment that I'm going to do a quick slate, and from the moment after my slate is concluded, every word that I say out loud will be transcribed and printed into the book, The Way of the Shred. I hope that title is available. I'm sure it is, but that's what we're going with. So I'm going to slate now, and you will now be listening to the book, The Way of the Shred. Okay. We're going to have some fun. The Way of the Shred. I think the things that I want to focus on in relation to this philosophy that I am pushing out into the world is not necessarily the requirement for every individual on the planet to have a passion for optimizing their body, their functionality, their appearance, their aesthetic, but more so just having a mastery in mind and the types of experiences that a person encounters as a result of pursuing excellence in a certain category, industry, field. It creates a more expansive experience of life as opposed to just doing the same thing every day without really having a desire to track progress. I think a person could have a desire to be the world's greatest stair stepper. And as a result of setting yourself out on that journey to being the greatest stair stepper, the types of experiences that you will have in your life will be comparable to the person who also wants to be the world's greatest martial artist, detective, author. All of these different disciplines or pursuits relate at some intrinsic level because there is a desire for mastery of that specific pursuit. And there, in my opinion, there's a language that masters can speak with one another. And it might be a master in a different field or a different topic or a different department, but the experiences of mastery translate across all of these different fields. And for me, the thing that I have chosen at this current point in time and for the next several years until I exceed my prime, I have chosen the mastery of the aesthetic physique. And I am learning just all of the little nuances that are associated with pursuing this field, this department of mastery. So if you're watching this or reading this, what I aim to talk about and what I aim to elaborate on is the why and the how of my pursuit for getting as physically shredded, aesthetically beautiful as humanly possible. I think the how can get really nuanced, and it's actually, I've had a lot of fun over the past couple of years really educating myself on the actual how, and I look forward to spending more time elaborating on the how, but just to give you the simplest in a nutshell, for any person who's not initiated or a beginner that's just starting out and is looking for quick tips on how to achieve their own ideal physique. Nutrition is everything. Honestly, nutrition is everything. And I will obviously spend more time on the topic of nutrition and workout routines and every other thing that I can take out of my brain and provide to listeners, readers, audience members. But I cannot overemphasize the importance of nutrition. Just simple as that. And that is a big how. When it comes to when it comes to getting shredded, nutrition it trumps everything. Granted, you are going to need to go to the gym and do some weight training, and I look forward to getting further into those details as well. But putting yourself on a caloric deficit, eating 500 calories less than you burn, and again, it all depends on how specific and how detail oriented you want to be with the process of actually getting shredded. Now, if it is actually something that becomes a passion of yours, then you are at liberty to get as detail oriented as possible. Or perhaps you're the type of individual who just kind of looks at it as a passing fancy, in which case I'm not sure if I'm the right person to be speaking to, since I'm more interested in working with individuals and helping individuals that get excited about the thought, the concept of actually doing a body transformation, where they see themselves in the mirror and they have an idea as to what they could look like. And I just want to provide the tools, and perhaps me providing my why as to what keeps me going, my motivation, perhaps that might help as well. I think it's good to have an idea as to why other people are doing the same thing as you. And again, if we're going with nutshells once more, my passion for achieving my ultimate physique, or I've been referring to it as the pursuit of an iconic aesthetic physique. That passion is derived from the fact that I have an idea as to what my body could look like in its final form, and it looks amazing. And I think it would be a shame and a disservice to not bring that to this reality. I think it would be a shame to myself and a disservice to the world to not show that version of myself and put it on display. That's how I feel, and that's where my motivation comes from when it comes to actually achieving that level of excellence and mastery over my own aesthetic appearance. So as we get further into this whole thing, again, I'm referring to this as a manifesto to explore the idiosyncrasies and the thought patterns that occur as I continue on this journey to reaching 5% body fat and perfecting all of the little things that really are necessary in order to create this ultimate idea, this ultimate vision of myself. Just one example, studying the pictures that I've been uploading and the many times that I post a video of myself shirtless, just taking a look right now, and it's one thing I've always known, that my right trap is slightly larger than my left trap. And to a regular person who is not, is not as enthusiastic about the aesthetic build, that doesn't matter. Nobody really cares about the fact that like one trap is slightly larger than another one. But again, it's the whole pursuit of perfection that creates a different experience of life. And it's that realization that like, no, you're allowed to be obsessed. You're allowed to be obsessed about it, about anything. Being shredded and creating this aesthetic physique is my obsession, and through that obsession, I have singular focus, and I'm able to funnel all of my attention, all of my creativity, and my power, my capacity, my intelligence into this one goal that exceeds what I could be capable of if I didn't have that goal, if it didn't exist within me to see it through. Yeah. So, I'm going to call this the prologue, a short little introduction into what we're actually going to be getting into. And like I said, it's the why and the how that I really want to put a huge emphasis on. Of course, we'll do some backstory about the who, and the what, and the where, and the when. But if I can do anything, if I can leave you with anything, it's the why. Why do you want to get shredded? Why do you want to change yourself? Why do you want to make these monumental improvements on your life, on your body, on your health? If we can discover that together, then we can make some real progress. And that's my goal. That's my intention, is for each of us to learn something in this process as we continue on in the journey together. You caught me in the middle of an actual countdown to reaching 5% body fat, which is something that I have yet to record via the proper documentation, such as a DEXA scan. So I'm going to continue to provide updates on that as I relay other things that are happening in my head, what's going on in my daily life as I'm setting up a health and wellness consulting service, and my history that has led me up to this current point in time. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun. For anyone who's been watching these videos up until now, things are about to get a bit more sophisticated, but also at the same time will probably start to make more sense. So yeah, and this is all stream of consciousness, as you can see, which is totally my jam as well. So I'm already feeling even more fulfilled than I was yesterday, which is a great sign. That's enough. I love everyone. I look forward to this process. Thank you.